Hi Sagittarius, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly astrological report for the month of September 2022. If you could please subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. It's been an incredibly intense summer. Uranus, which takes approximately 84 years to transit, met up with the north node of Karma at 18 degrees of the fixed Earth sign of on July 31st, and they met up in your house of work and habits, health, and daily routine. And that can be very intense energy. Uranus is the planet of shocks and surprise, chaos, and upheaval. And for you, it's in your house of work and health. Maybe there were big surprises at the workplace. Maybe people left unexpectedly. Maybe there were unexpected situations with clients. Maybe you're getting a wake-up call about your health and your habits. Maybe you get some news from the doctor that you need to work on some areas. Maybe you've gotten some breakthroughs on work projects on which you've been working, because Uranus is a very inventive planet. The North Node represents our collective future and our collective destiny. And it definitely could bring very fated opportunities in a good way. Maybe you got a work project you couldn't believe you got, because the North Node is where we're meant to be going towards. It's in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, and Venus wants to create something of value and meaning. And it will remain in Taurus through July 12th of next year. But it's been very jarring and stressful on the collective. Maybe you've been experiencing far more anxiety, because Uranus can raise your anxiety, and it's in the house of health. So finding ways to mitigate your anxiety, but to work with the innovation and creativity that it can spur, but it can definitely make you feel like you had too much coffee and you're don't feel good. So try to find ways to quell the anxiety and think on your feet. We all have to do that. The sun is transiting the mutable Earth sign of Virgo in your house of career and life direction. The sun shines wherever it's transiting. Mercury is transiting in the cardinal air sign of Libra. It will retrograde on September 9th in your house of friends and groups. Maybe there are issues with friendships. Maybe there's miscommunication. Also, friends from the past could resurface. Then Mercury will return to Virgo on September 23rd and return to your house of career and life direction. It's going to station direct on October 2nd at 24 degrees and 12 minutes of Virgo. So you're re-examining your friendships, your connections, your community. You're re-examining your life direction and your goals, not just professionally, but your overall life goals. So let's dig in. On September 1st, Mars, which is transiting in the mutable air sign of Gemini, forms a helpful aspect to Jupiter. That could bring good relationship opportunities. That is an aspect of good fortune. There is a big retrograde theme to this month, because Mercury will retrograde, as I mentioned. But Mars entered Gemini on August 20th. It will enter its shadow on September 3rd, meaning the degree at which it stations direct, because it will retrograde on October 30th at 25 degrees of the mutable air sign of Gemini. It will station direct on January 12th at 8 degrees and 8 minutes of Gemini. And it's going to be in your house of partnerships and relationships through March 26th. This is a big invitation for you to partner with others, to partner with yourself and the world. If you're single, this is a great opportunity to really focus this sector of your chart. If you want to be in a relationship, it's excellent partnering with others, but do not launch something new when Mars is retrograde, which is from October 30th through January 12th. This is an opportunity to find if certain relationships are having tension, what action you take if you want it to thrive, to repair the relationship. and how you partner with yourself. Are you focusing on yourself enough? And so that is where Mars is going to be a long time. Mars will be bounds from 22nd through May 4th, which is a really long time, and it means it exceeds the sun's outer limits and does not play by the rules. That is a big deal too. So if you want to launch something new, even though Mercury is retrograde, it retrogrades 4 times a year, go for it in September. October, we're getting closer to Mars retrograde. Try not to launch something new altogether when Mars is retrograde. I do not advise that. And it's good to return to things, but not launch something new altogether. So on September 4th or September 5th, depending on where you live, Venus, the planet of love, money, and what you value, enters the mutable Earth sign of Virgo, where it will be through September 29th, and it's transiting in your house of career and life goals. This is excellent for promoting yourself, excellent for negotiations and for marketing and forming relationships professionally. On September 9th, Mercury, which is the planet of communication, officially retrogrades at 8 degrees and 55 minutes of the cardinal air sign of Libra in your house of friends and groups. We feel the energy a few days before, a few days after. Again, be more careful with your words with friends. You don't want to anger people, but this is a time to re-examine how you can improve communication with your friendships and partnerships. On September 10th, there is a full moon that takes place at 5:59 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at, let's see, the full moon is at 17 degrees and 41 minutes of the mutable water sign of Pisces. This is in your house of home, family, and emotional foundation. Maybe there's some issues with relatives. Maybe there's a bit of an emotional situation with family or relatives, but it's also a good time for releasing the blocks from what is keeping you secure and happy and getting your needs met. And it is a very sensitive sign, Pisces, so there will be a lot of emotional energy with that full moon. On September 11th, the sun forms a helpful trine to Uranus. That could bring unexpected work and professional opportunities for you. It's very inventive and creative energy. On September 16th, Venus clashes with Mars, and that can be sexy energy, but it can be combative, and it could be issues with work conceivably. The sun opposes Neptune that day. You can be feeling drained from family or from coworkers or from your boss. Time to get rest. On the 17th, the moon enters the mutable air sign of Gemini, more social energy, transiting in your house of relationships and on September 18th, let's see, Mercury opposes Jupiter, and that's actually not a bad energy. Very good for romance and having fun, a lot of communication, a lot of socializing. And the sun trines Pluto that day, and that's excellent for work and professional matters for you. It's also good for romance. It's a very strong energy and good for feeling empowered. On September 19th, Venus forms a beautiful aspect to Uranus, and that could bring unexpected financial and professional opportunities, and it's very inventive energy, very creative energy. On September 22nd, we begin the fall equinox in the northern hemisphere and the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. And that is one of 2 times when the sun is directly above the equator, equal day and equal night. It's a time to honor the season ahead. I cast the chart for Washington, D.C. The equinox chart has Taurus rising, which means Venus is the ruler of the chart. It's in its fall position in Virgo, and it means we've got to do work to get what we want, but it's in the house of love and creativity. The sun and Mercury are both conjunct at the world point in Libra, in the house of love and they oppose Jupiter in the house of dreams and imagination, suspension of disbelief, manifestation, and love and empathy. The North Node is conjunct Uranus and the Ascendant, which means breaking out of your comfort zone to invent a whole new you. And that's true for all of us. So we've got the Sun transiting in Libra through October 23rd, lighting up your house of friends and groups and community. A lot of social opportunity and energy. On September 23rd, the Sun meets up with Mercury, could be good social energy. Then Mercury returns to the mutable Virgo, transiting in your house of career and life goals, reassessing what you want to achieve. On September 24th, Venus opposes Neptune, and that could bring misunderstandings with family or at work, with your boss or co-workers. On September 25th, there is a new moon that takes place at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 2 degrees and 49 minutes of the cardinal air sign of Libra. The new moon is always a time to plant new seeds and set intentions. It's in your house of groups, community, and wishes. What do you wish for? What kind of community do you want to build? This is about connecting with others and tapping into your wishes. Definitely focus on what you want. On September 26th, Venus meets up with Mercury, very creative energy, in your house of career and life goals. And then, let's see, on the 26th, the Sun opposes Jupiter. And that to me is not negative energy. It could be, again, a lot of socializing, romantic opportunities, feeling very creative and optimistic. Jupiter rules your sign. On September 27th, Mercury, the planet of communication, forms an excellent aspect to Pluto, the planet of empowerment and transformation. This is excellent for you for professional and financial opportunities. And then Mars, the planet of action, forms a helpful aspect to Saturn, the planet of structure. This is good for you for relationship opportunities, but also good for anchoring what you're trying to achieve, and good for communication of all forms, so, and learning. And Mars trines Saturn also on the 28th, depending on where you live. So this is good for structuring what you're trying to achieve. On September 29th, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, enters the cardinal air sign of Libra, where it will remain through October 23rd, transiting in your house of friends, groups, and community. Excellent for meeting people socially. If you have your own business, promoting yourself, or looking for employment, making a good impression, and connecting with others. I wish you a lot of luck, Sagittarius. Take care.